Fashion acts as a means for creativity and expressiveness in myself. I think it's lacking a lot of creativity. So many things are being rinsed and recycled, and the whole sort of world of fashion is a bit repeated at the moment. I think that youths are definitely heavily influenced by social media, and they find it easy to follow trends, such as trends that are associated with Instagram fashion, so like the off-white belts and shit like that. I guess I've always kind of been interested in what I'm wearing, even as a young kid. My mum would always dress me up in trendy things, I'd say. So I guess I kind of got the liking for fashion through her, and I was always concerned with how I was looking. As I became a teenager, I'd always want to be well presented, and obviously fashion and clothing has a huge part in presentation. So what I wore as I was growing up played a large role in that, and as I've grown up into adolescence, I'd say that my taste has matured. It's pretty important, but I wouldn't like to say that it's my number one focus in life. It's just a hobby and something that I enjoy being a part of. I don't really know how to describe myself. I'd say that I'm sort of introverted, but I like to be expressive in the things that I do in my hobbies. I don't just focus on logos or colours. I like to focus on the way something's made, the way it looks on me, its construction, things like that. So I think that's what's happened to my style over time. Yeah, I can communicate someone's beliefs and hobbies and passions and things that they're interested in, so yes. So for example, if someone's in head to toe Gucci or Supreme, it can show that they like to flaunt their money or wealth, and it can show that they're not too interested in being creative, they're more interested in following trends. But then again, that could be a misinterpretation. I'd say not to follow trends, because that can lead you to waste a lot of money because you're just buying into what you see online or what you think's cool because you've seen it on Instagram. I'd recommend to, search up things you like and really develop your taste before splurging all your money on silly trends. You're not going to be able to express yourself, you're not going to be able to develop your taste or your likings for fashion. So I'd say that following trends is not a good way to be independent or, develop a good sense of style or taste in fashion. Well, I'd never wear anything from Zara and H&M because I know that their products are not sustainable or ethically sourced or created, so I'd definitely choose to stay away from things like that. They produce so many items and a lot of it just goes to waste, so the longevity of a garment is so important. There should definitely be steps taken to increase the sustainability of the industry, and even when I'm purchasing something, I like to look for something that's ethically created and sourced, and to make sure that the employees are paid well and it's not just made in a sweatshop in China or something like that. Reading online is a really good way to increase your knowledge on anything, not just fashion. There's heaps of Facebook groups and things like that where you can discuss with others your interests in fashion. YouTube, there's heaps of documentaries and movies you can watch, and also you can read a lot of books on fashion. Being masculine doesn't really have a strict definition anymore, at least in my eyes, and I don't think that there should be any reason to not be into fashion if you're a man. I think that gender roles are slowly becoming less prevalent in society, which I think is a good thing. Just look at the most recent Met Gala where the theme was camp. There were lots of men wearing dresses, skirts, things like that, so I think there's no limit to what a man can wear. He can wear whatever he likes. Being a man can mean many things, but I don't think there's a stereotype that needs to be followed. I feel that as a male being interested in fashion, you can definitely, from an outsider, you can definitely be labelled as, a bit different or even like gay at sometimes, which is pretty disappointing, because I feel that anyone can have a passion for anything, and that shouldn't lead to being labelled as something. Yeah, you can definitely borrow from both sides, whether that's the extreme level of wearing like a dress or a skirt, or if it's just wearing wider pants or things that aren't so form-fitting, or if a man decides to show more skin in his outfits, that's totally fine. So borrowing from both sides is definitely prevalent in fashion these days. Don't get caught up in trends. It's not good for your wallet. If you're always following trends, you're always going to be wanting to buy the new thing instead of looking at things that you might actually like or developing your passion and your taste. So I'd say that if you're just getting into fashion, don't spend all your money on things that won't have any longevity. Make sure that you're making educated decisions when you're purchasing things. So it'd be better to buy an expensive item from a well-known designer that'll hold its value than to buy 10 pieces from, Zara or H&M or hyped brands like Supreme and stuff like that. So just be educated when you're making purchasing decisions is what I'd say.